How do you propose to solve this minor problem?
Simple logic will suffice. I believe I shall begin by making use of this map. I have the distance and bearing which were provided by Commander Uhura. If we juxtapose our coordinates, we should be able to find our destination, which lies at 283.7 degrees.
I think we'll find what we're looking for at the Station Institute in Sausalito. A pair of humpbacked whales named George and Gracie.
How do you know this?
Simple logic.
Good morning. I'm your guide this morning. My name is Dr. Jillian Taylor, but you can call me Jillian. So please follow me and just give a yell if you can't hear me, okay? Since the dawn of time, men have harvested whales for a variety of purposes, most of which can be achieved synthetically at this point. 100 years ago, using hand-thrown harpoons, man did plenty of damage. But that is nothing compared to what he has achieved in this century. This is mankind's legacy. Whales hunted to the brink of extinction. Virtually gone is the blue whale, the largest creature ever to inhabit the earth. Despite all attempts at banning whaling, there are still countries and pirates currently engaged in the slaughter of these inoffensive creatures. Where the humpback whale once numbered in the hundreds of thousands, today there are less than 10,000 specimens alive.
To hunt a species to extinction is not logical.
Whoever said the human race was logical? Now, if you'll follow me, please, I'll introduce you to the Institute's pride and joy. They are mature humpbacks, weighing 45,000 pounds each. We call them George and Gracie.
That's a perfect spot. Male and female humpback in a contained space. We beam them up together. Consider ourselves lucky.
Despite all that they are teaching us, we have to return George and Gracie to the open sea.
How soon?
Soon. What you're hearing is recorded whale song. It is sung by the male. We still don't know what purpose they serve. Is it pure communication beyond our comprehension? Frankly, we just don't know yet.
Maybe he's singing to that man.
All right, who are you? What were you doing in there?
Attempting to communicate.
Communicate? Communicate what? You have no right to be here.
Admiral, if we were to assume that these whales are ours to do with as we please, we would be as guilty as those who caused their extinction.
Okay. I don't know what this is all about, but I want you guys out of here right now, or I call the cops.
I assure you that won't be necessary. We're only trying to help.
So your friend was messing up my tanks and messing up my whales.
They like you very much, but they are not your whales.
I suppose they've told you that, huh?
They did.
What else did you learn from your mind meld?
They're unhappy about the way their species has been treated by man.
Well, they have a right to be. Are they going to help us?
I believe I was successful in communicating our intentions.
I see.
Team leader, this is Team 2. Come in, please.
I have the coordinates of the reactor.
Team 2, Kirk here.
Admiral, we have found the nuclear vessel.
Well done, Team 2.
We will beam in tonight, collect the photons, and beam out. No one will ever know we were there.
There she is. From the Institute. If we play our cards right, we may be able to find out when those whales are leaving.
Where you fellas heading? Come on, why don't you let me give you a lift? I have a notorious weakness for hard luck cases. That's why I work with whales.
We don't want to be in any trouble.
You've already been that. Come on. What did you mean when you said all that stuff back at the Institute about extinction? Admiral, if we were to assume those whales are ours to do with as we pleased, we would be as guilty as those who caused, past tense, their extinction.
Gracie is pregnant.
All right, who are you? And don't jerk me around anymore. I want to know how you know that.
We can't tell you that.
But
if you let me finish, I can tell you that we're not in the military, and we intend no harm towards the whales.
Then what do you
In fact, we may be able to help you in ways that, frankly, you couldn't possibly imagine.
Or believe, I'll bet.
Very likely. I have a hunch that we'd all be a lot happier discussing this over dinner. What do you say?
You guys like Italian?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I love Italian. And so do you.
Yes.
Hi. Hi. Good looking ship. Kiwi 204, isn't it?
Right on. You fly?
Oh, here and there. I flew something similar back in my academy days.
All right. And this must be old stuff to you.
Old? Yes, but interesting. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Do it.
Well, this is a fine place you have here, Dr. Nichols.
Thank you. And I must say, Professor, your knowledge of engineering is most impressive.
Yes, back home we call him the miracle worker.
Indeed. May I offer you something, gentlemen?
Dr. Nichols, I might be able to offer something to you.
Yes?
I noticed you're still working with polymers.
Still? What else would I be working with?
Aye, what else indeed? I'll put it another way. How thick would a piece of your plexiglass need to be at 60 feet by 10 feet to withstand the pressure of 18,000 cubic feet of water?
Oh, that's easy. 6 inches. We carry stuff that big in stock.
I have noticed. Now suppose, just suppose, I were to show you a way to manufacture a wall that would do the same job, but be only 1 inch thick. Would that be worth something to you, eh?
You're joking. Transparent aluminum?
So, is it worth something to you? Or should I just punch up clear?
No. No. What exactly did you have in mind?
Well, a moment alone, please. You realize, of course, if we give him the formula, we're altering the future.
Why? How do we know he didn't invent the thing?
Sure you won't change your mind?
Is there something wrong with the one I have?
Little joke. Bye, old friend.
Wait a minute. How did you know Gracie's pregnant? Nobody knows that.
Gracie does. I'll be right here.
You're upset about losing the whales, aren't you? How will that be done exactly?
They'll be flown in a special 747 to Alaska and released there.
Flown, and that's the last you'll see of them?
See, yes. But we'll tag them with radio transmitters on a special frequency so that we can keep tabs on them.
You know, I could take those whales somewhere where they'd never be hunted.
Where could you take them where they'd be safe?
Well, it's not so much a matter of a place as of a time.
Well, the time would have to be right now.
Why right now?
Let's just say that no humpback born in captivity has ever survived. The problem is that they won't be that much safer at sea because of all the hunting this time of year. You have a pocket pager. Are you a doctor?
What is it? I thought I told you never to call me.
Sorry, Admiral. We just thought you'd like to know. We're beaming them in now.
All right. Tell them phasers on stun. Good luck, Kirk out. Why don't you tell me when those whales are leaving?
Who are you? Don't tell me. You're from outer space.
No, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space.
Oh, well, I was close. I mean, I knew outer space was going to come into this sooner or later.
I am from what on your calendar would be the late 23rd century. I've come back in time to bring 2 humpback whales with me in an attempt to repopulate the species.
Well, why didn't you just say so? I mean, why all the coy disguises?
You want the details?
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for all the tea in China.
When are those whales being released?
Your friend was right. Gracie's not only pregnant, she is very pregnant. And at noon tomorrow, the whales get shipped out.
Noon tomorrow?
Are we leaving?
Come on. We don't have much time.
How long? Depends on how much shielding there is between us and the reactor.
You tell me something. George and Gracie's transmitter. What's the radio frequency?
Sorry, that's classified. Look, I don't have a clue who you are, really. But you wouldn't want to show me around your spaceship, would you?
That wouldn't be my first choice, no.
Well, there we are.
Let me tell you something. I'm here to bring 2 humpbacks into the 23rd century. If I have to, I'll go to the open sea to get them. I'd much rather have yours. It's better for me. Better for you. It's better for them. Think about it. Think about it, but don't take too long. I'm out of time. You change your mind, this is where I'll be.
Here, in the park.
That's too weird. Commander? We apparently are getting a power drain. I mean, it must be coming from inside the ship.
Scotty, we're ready for beam out. Scotty, can you hear me?
This is the command duty officer. We have an intruder in number 4 MMR.
Scotty, do you read?
Yes. I can hardly hear you. My transporter power is down to minimal. I've got to bring in one at a time.
Take the collector. You go first.
Stand by. Chekhov, you're breaking up. Please signal again.
Scotty, now would be a good time.
Freeze! Take off! I've lost him.
Commander Pavel Chekhov, Starfleet, United Federation of Planets. All right, Commander. Is there anything you want to tell us?
Like what?
Like who you really are and what you're doing here and what these things here are.
I am Pavel Chekhov, the commander in Starfleet, United Federation of Planets. Service number 656-5827B. Don't move.
Okay, make nice. Give us the ray gun.
I warn you, if you don't lie on the floor, I will have to stun you.
Go ahead. Stun me.
I'm very sorry, but... must be the radiation.
Man down! Get a corpsman over here!
Hey, Marie, what's going on here?